Here is a recap of MovieMash. I'm going to discuss the science fiction movie, The Mandela Effect, today. Warning: this contains spoilers. Be cautious and mindful. On that particular day, Brendan, a game maker, along with his spouse Claire and daughter Sam, are taking a beach vacation. Together, the three of them are happy, humorous, and full of laughing. Sam plans to hunt for snails along the beach while they unwind, and she swears not to play in the water. Claire consents as long as Sam stays inside their line of sight. Sam is too preoccupied searching for snails to notice that her inquisitive George is being pulled by the waves. Unfortunately, Sam gets pulled by the waves as she tries to grab the doll. The loss of Sam fills Brendan and Claire with deep sadness. While Claire makes an effort to move on, Brendan, who adores his daughter dearly, finds it difficult to let her go. Brendan notices a book labeled The Berenstain Bear by mistake while packing Sam's belongings. This makes him uncomfortable because he is well aware that the book was once called The Berenstain Bear, with a E instead of a A. As they are asleep, there is an odd noise coming from the kitchen. It turns out that this is Matt, his brother-in-law, coming to check the refrigerator for food. After that, Brendan offers him some pizza and inquires about Matt's reading of The Berenstain Bear. Matt responds, using the letter E, that the book is called The Berenstain Bear. However, Brendan demonstrates to Matt that The Berenstain Bear, with an "an" is the proper writing. Brendan searches for it online out of curiosity and discovers that many people believe the writing in the book to be The Berenstain Bear, spelt with an E. Brendan keeps looking for information about it until he eventually discovers the Mandela Effect theory, which provides an explanation for the events. The picture of his family on the refrigerator confounds Brendan the following day. Brendan asks his wife where the photograph was taken, to which she responds that it was in front of the Griffith Observatory. However, Brendan is certain that the shots were actually taken at the Pacific Science Center in Seattle. His wife tells him to go since she's cooking and doesn't answer. After that, Brendan visits Matt and discusses the Mandela Effect notion. Brendan believes he is witnessing the Mandela Effect, but Matt disputes this, claiming it is only a hallucination. However, Brendan continues to support his theory and thinks he is now a part of a parallel reality. Brendan looks into these possibilities more and discovers on the forum that an experiment using a huge Hadron Collider built by CERN is the source of the Mandela Effect. The Mandela Effect is one of the unusual events that many people experienced during the 2008 Russian experiments run-in. Then, in an attempt to learn more about God's existence, Brendan goes to see a priest by the name of Isaac. However, after hearing what Isaac had to say, Brendan is no longer convinced that God is the creator of the universe. Claire tries to urge Brendan not to cling to thoughts of Sam after noticing his odd behavior. She desires for Brendan to move on from his past and start a new life. Next, he inquires with his spouse over the image of the man in the Monopoly. Claire is convinced that one of the guys in Monopoly has a monocle on one of his eyes. Upon closer inspection, she discovers that the man's image is not wearing a monocle. Brendan also notes that Curious George, the monkey figure, is a fictional creation and lacks a tail. However, Sam's Curious George doll has a tail. Brendan attempts to clarify that each of these has a connection to the Mandela Effect theory. Brendan believes that Sam's passing at that particular moment was simply the result of another parallel universe version entering the real world and altering the course of events. However, Brendan's self-centered views and lack of concern for anybody else have left Claire bitter and dissatisfied, preventing them from moving on. Brendan is still sure that the Mandela Effect is real, though. Brendan then delves further into the theory. He learns that the possibility of additional parallel worlds blending into the one he is presently living in might cause the Mandela Effect. There are several parallel universes in existence, and each one has a different account of the current life story. He believes that Sam is probably still alive in a parallel reality. In the end, he discovers the identity of Dr. Roland Fuchs, a scientist who shares his belief that this reality is really a simulation. Brendan then makes an attempt to see Dr. Roland, but he is currently too busy. Brendan tries to meet him again the next day. There, they discuss Roland's research with each other. According to the doctor, his research indicates that the universe is a computer simulation created for undisclosed reasons. Then, every second, The simulation generates a new simulation with an alternate telling of the story. Brendan's experience of the Mandela Effect is a bug, or a combination of the current simulation and other simulations. That's why things go wrong in life. Brendan deduces from Roland's description that if this universe is formed by a program, he can use script coding to modify the program and make it error-free. However, it appears that if he just uses a regular computer, he won't be able to achieve that. Dr. Roland concurs that a simple, low-spec computer is not going to be enough to alter the world. The first quantum computer housed in a single university is created by Roland and his colleagues, as he subsequently demonstrates to Brendan. Then, Dr. Roland adds, there's a chance the quantum computer may be used to execute Brendan's program. Brendan then makes the decision to begin reading up on quantum computer programming and writing scripts using the information he finds. In order to construct a new script, he also integrates quantum code with part of his game programming code. When Sam shows up at their place the following day, Brendan is taken aback. He initially feels that it is all in his head, but in the end, he comes to believe that he is the one who returns Sam from the other world. Brendan then makes the most of it by spending time with his daughter without wasting any time. Brendan is pleased with himself for having succeeded in creating a different parallel account of Sam's death. However, Brendan starts to notice something off about Claire's actions at that point. He understands that Sam is still alive in the parallel reality he is currently seeing, but Claire has turned into a very anxious person. Brendan abruptly heads directly to see Dr. Roland, but he's taken aback to learn that Roland took his own life 2 months prior. He believes he inserted a script that had a remarkable Mandela impact. Brendan plans to write a coding script to execute the command to reinstall the universe as soon as he discovers a bug in the script. The goal of the reinstallation is to fix any problems, such as the Mandela Effect, so that the universe functions normally. Brendan has misgivings about the script since he fears the universe will end and cannot be recreated. However, Brendan chooses to go to the location of the quantum computer and begin inserting his coding script for the benefit of his wife and daughter. After Brendan successfully executes his script, the quantum computer begins to respond. Brendan notices that every car in the parking lot is gone as he dashes off. He notices that everyone is beginning to glitch on the bus. He notices glitches in the buildings too. When Brendan visits his family after that, he discovers that things have not gone as planned. He witnesses his spouse twitching, and the edifice becomes dim. Finally, he witnesses the collision of 2 moons, and the universe vanishes into oblivion. Brendan's script abruptly resumes a moment later, as the world starts to reassemble. There are no more hiccups. Planets, bacteria, viruses, marine life, people, and entire cities have returned to normal, including the Mandela Effect. The scene then recurs at the beach with Brendan, Claire, and Sam present. Sam gets a call from Brendan telling her to leave the Curious George doll, which appears to be missing its tail, while she is out hunting for snails. Finally, Brendan watches his daughter as Sam searches for snails. The film then comes to a close. To support the channel and see more videos similar to this one, subscribe, enable notifications, and leave likes. Thanks for watching.